Chapter 15, posted 17th of April, 2020. I ate the last of my box cereal. I couldn't blame Julianne for this. I'd been eating it for lunch and dinner a time or two a week when I didn't feel like making anything. While I was eating, I opened Instagram to my messages. I was ready to know how Craig was doing. My friend messaged me again the night I turned off Instagram. When I say he's changed, I mean it. We got married last year. He wanted to apologize for a long time. I never told him I knew how to find you until I took him to the hospital. I knew that it would help him be at peace if he could send a message to you. I have a letter he wrote before we got married. When you're ready, send me your address. Wait, what? I looked through her image gallery. Not a single photo of Craig. Writing my reply took some stops and restarts. Congratulations, I'm happy for you. I've been praying for Greg. I got some help too. Craig and I were a toxic combination. As difficult as things were, I'm thankful for the experiences and I'm a better person for it. I'll keep you both in my prayers. I included my address. A few minutes later, her reply came. Thank you. I will let Craig know. It'll mean a lot to him. It's been a rough week. They took him off the ventilator yesterday afternoon and he's breathing on his own again. I should get to video chat with him later this morning. I typed another reply, deleting almost as many words as I wrote. If he asks, tell him I forgive him and I wish both of you the best. I debated about sending it. My friend knew about what happened at the bridal store as she'd been inside with me. I hit send. It felt good, almost as if I'd lost half the weight I'd gained in the last 4 weeks. Now if I could do something about Cade. I didn't like how our conversation ended last night. My workload was light for a Friday since I worked 2 late nights earlier in the week. I didn't feel bad about finishing up by noon. I wanted to surprise Cade. Armed with my shopping list, I headed to my favorite locally owned grocery store. They had toilet paper on the shelf. I only purchased a 4-pack as not to be greedy. On the end capped the cereal aisle, the store displayed various types of character-based fruit snacks. Not a food I enjoy, but there were some Spider-Man ones. Last week at the park dinner, Cade mentioned how his old roommate called him Spider-Man because of his web crawling and design skills. I grabbed a box. They didn't have any Spider-Man cereal. Apparently that wasn't a thing anymore. But I found a bag of pretzel M&Ms, which he mentioned he liked on one of our calls. The teeny card and party area provided me with a blue gift bag and a blank card with an old truck on it. I also purchased 2 gift cards to Valley Burgers at the checkout. I didn't even know they sold those. After putting my groceries away, I put all my gifts for Cade in a bag and added another bottle of hand sanitizer. Trying to figure out what to write on the card was harder. Cade, just wanted to get you something to brighten your life, like you've brightened mine. I kept an extra gift card to Valley Burger. The next date is on me. Always, Sierra. I debated that ending and added a smiley face. I thought about turning the tittle on the I in my name into a heart, but felt that was too cutesy. I took the bag out to Gretchen and realized I had a problem. I didn't know where Cade lived. I was fairly sure he wasn't in the same apartment complex he'd lived in with Tanner, but that left an entire town. His Facebook profile was no help, other than giving me his website. The website had an address on the contact page. I assumed the business was closed, but it was worth a try. The address was for a newer set of condos. They had glass storefronts on the ground level and apartments on the second floor. The window to Cade's company had shades drawn. There was a printed sign about still being open online. I drove around the building and found Cade's truck sitting in an open garage that must have been under one of the housing units. Putting Gretchen in park, I ran to the front of the truck and set the bag on the hood, hoping he wouldn't discover me or put the garage down doors down. That would be awkward. Gretchen and I sped off. Mission accomplished. End of chapter. Lauren Grace to readers. Kate will answer on Monday. Ideas welcome. Kate and Sierra are taking Saturday and Sunday off. Smiley face. Of course, my reading is not matching the original dates because we're 2 years later. So, anyway, here are some of their ideas. M. He'd better be in awe of that really thoughtful gift. J. I was wondering about her taking the gift to him because she doesn't know where he lives. He definitely calls her up and really thanks her for brightening his day and tells her it touched his heart. He also gives Sarah his home address. T. Maybe I'm overly concerned that she left it on the hood of the truck out in the open where anyone could take it. Is it going to melt? She put it in the bed of the truck? Maybe she should have checked the doors. Heck, at this rate I haven't gone to my car in weeks. Maybe she arranged to meet him somewhere just so he will go out to his truck. R. Good points. My car's just been sitting there for weeks, but we know he's been places since he met up with Sierra recently. Lauren Grace to readers. Good points. I guess I wasn't very clear. His storefront is in a new building that has apartments above. Finding his truck in an open garage indicated to her he must live above his storefront office. Granted, even in Utah, it isn't wise to leave your garage open. However, all the businesses in the little complex should be small business and likely closed. Since she couldn't see the truck from the road, and assuming Kate has reason to have his garage door open, I think the bag will be safe for a few minutes until he returns. How authors cover plot holes when they're publishing without a full plot. Okay, when Little Clean Fun started, I didn't have a place for it. I was just going to put it in Imaginary Town, USA. But as different states got different COVID restrictions, I finally had to put it in Utah. And I actually used a new apartment complex they were building near me that had these storefronts on the ground level with the garages in back of them and then apartments on the top level. So that's where that idea came from. And I probably even went grocery shopping. It's kind of funny how some of the things in this serial mirrored what was going on in my life. In fact, I did have 2 daughters who were seniors in high school that year. And so some of the concerns about graduation were also from my life. All right, I will see you at the next chapter.